We the people, we the people, we the people, we the people.
United States of America.
As a military brat, my dad was in the Air Force for 21 years. I lived all over the world, thanks to my father. I just want to say thanks to our military and our military families. Thanks to Eric and his family for enduring the absence of him for the 8 years that he was gone. For my family, for the 21 years that we lived across the world. I never went to the same school for more than 2 years in my life until I went to college. It takes a real toll on our military families. I have friends who have served in the Iraq War, doctors and psychiatrists and nurse practitioners that I work with who have been away from their families for years at a time. And I think we need to give our thanks to those people because they're supporting our freedom. And as Eric said, every day that we get up and go to work and we get to live our lives the way that we do, we should be grateful for them. So I think we should give them a round of applause.
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's nice to meet everybody over here. It was a really great time. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I had a surgery. I'm in a little bit of pain. I can't sit too long, stand too long, so I'm going to make it right to the point. Reason why I'm here is I believe in freedom. Do we have a yay or a nay? My biggest concern and what brings me here today is the fact of the matter that our freedoms are being infringed upon. It's in the Constitution. The things that are going on, HR rules, everybody heard about earmarks? Everybody knows what these earmarks are? There's thousands of them. It's what your tax dollars are being paid for. These earmarks are house rules that these legislators, these congressmen are doing every day, daily. It's costing you and I money. It's frivolous and it's crazy. HR 45 is the Blair Holt bill. If anybody knows about Blair Holt, he's from actually Chicago, and stood in front of a bullet that came from a gangster and took a bullet and saved some old lady on the street. And I think using Blair Holt is crazy. I mean, using his name in vain, basically. HR 1388, Civilian Security Corps. When Obama wanted to become president, he decided in his campaign that he would have a civilian security corps. He mentioned it. This would be for like natural disasters, such as like the Katrina, okay? Hurricane Katrina. All right, well, why don't you just think about this for a little bit. If there's a natural disaster, why don't we have the National Guards go? Doesn't that make you wonder a little bit about something? Maybe, maybe not. Do I hear anything in the background? I'd love to. Well, my philosophy is with HR 1388 is that me, as a former U.S. Army veteran, we took an oath. Police officers take an oath. Everybody that's a civilian that gets into law enforcement or with the military takes an oath. And in that oath is the Constitution of the United States of America. And we abide by that. Obama knows that a police officer is not going to go against that constitutional right because he took an oath. That makes him a criminal. So therefore, H.R. 1388, January 9th, has been passed. The only way to defeat H.R. 1388, everybody, is to claim sovereignty. The first state to claim sovereignty was New Hampshire. 2 weeks ago, there was 8 states that were sovereign. Now, 22 states. The state of Rhode Island, rest assured, will not claim sovereignty. This is a liberal state. I've contacted Senator Jack Reed and many others. I have no response. Second of all, we have news media. Our Tea Party is not being broadcasted. It's being broadcasted by Fox News. It's being broadcasted by L&E, ABC 6 News. Why? Because I wrote a letter on March 28th, 2009. You can Google this. You can go to ABC 6 News, write in Tea Party, and on April 1, 2009, it was broadcasted and published that there is a tea party going on here in Rhode Island at the Providence State House. It's being covered. I wrote Projo.com, Providence Journal, being covered. They're on our side. Westerly Sun, down in Westerly, Rhode Island, being covered. Turn to 10, I contacted Audrey Leganis. I've contacted everybody on Turn to 10. I've had people, I represent God's Angels of Freedom, Patriots for Rhode Island, with 541 members under the radar, with 38 that they know about. Why? Because we all fear what? Our phones are being wiretapped. They might shut us down. We might get arrested because we're a domestic terrorist. I haven't gotten a speeding ticket in 16 years. God rest my soul. I've been driving 18-wheelers for a long time. I don't have a record. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I own a farm. I have a lovely family, a lovely wife, and beautiful kids, and we're all just like the rest of us here. We're all together, right? Right. Thank you. I like to hear that. But what's happening is eventually we're all going to be criminals. With H.R. 45, they're going to take away our guns, and they did that in 1773. Unfortunately, there were some smart ones. They buried them underground. And in 1776, they said, we've had enough. And that's what made what we are today. And that has been forgotten, but not with me. You can join me, or you can walk away. You can call me a thug. You can do whatever you want, but we're all here for a reason. I see so many people and so many great people here. I worked with Randy over here. We went around, we put flyers, and I had to sit down. I mean, I had the surgery. I'm not doing too well, you know. I don't care if I have to be in a wheelchair. I will be there April 15th. My mother, she's older than I am, obviously. She's not doing too well. She's got rheumatoid arthritis. But guess what? My mom hated guns all her life. Well, guess what? She doesn't no more. She understands. We have the right to protect ourselves. Because only criminals, they'll always have their guns. They'll always do crime. They don't give a shit. Excuse my language. They don't care. They're always going to do what they're going to do. But if they come into my house, your house, or anybody else's house, they don't know what's at the other end when they open up that door. It's like playing Russian roulette. We have the right. And if a criminal is a criminal, they're always going to be a criminal. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I ain't hurt nobody with my guns, and I've had guns since I was a little kid. My father taught me how to use them. I still ain't hurt nobody yet. We all agree on that? Cool. So it's just another form of control. It's pretty bad when I talk to my mother, and my mother talks to me, she says, you're really involved with this stuff, which my mother is too, but she's more low-key, and you know, she's older, and I respect her. But listen to me. We're all afraid to say things on the phone now. What the hell is going on? This is disgusting. This is not freedom of speech. And the news media being paid off by the government, all this stuff, because they don't want to cover this stuff. And oh yeah, everything's fine. We just printed $1 trillion of fake money that we don't even have revenue for. This is ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's insane. And enough is enough. And that is my end.
This concludes this program broadcast. We the People, a freedom of speech television show. Go to www.wethepeopleofri.org.